All right, everybody, welcome Empowered Muse to the show. She is a creator over on YouTube and Twitch. She's known for videos covering Kingdom Hearts news, theory, fashion, and so much more across the series. She's also has a podcast called Embassy Talks, where her and her co-hosts cover content creation and news, and another channel called Key Takeaways, where she analyzes and breaks down various animes. Em, how are you? That is such an intro. Oh my gosh. How are you doing today? What's been going on, dude?
I'm good. I'm good. I've been super busy for the reasons you just listed there.
Right. Oh my gosh.
uh, so yes, I've been very much in creator mode, pretty much all summer. I mean, it's never stopped,
Right.
but especially this summer, especially with the new anime review channel,
Mm-hmm.
just really been focusing in on that, focusing in a bit more on how I want to navigate the Kingdom Hearts space as far as
Right.
content creation.
It's a barren
So
wasteland right now.
I feel like people are a little starved.
Yeah. You're like, you know what? I gotta make another channel because that one's new, right?
Yeah, so the key takeaways is a new channel because it was actually I gotta give credit to my husband. It was
Mm-hmm.
his idea.
Oh.
Um yeah, so he was like, "Hey, well, one, hey, Kingdom Hearts is gonna end eventually.
Oh my
Have you thought
gosh. Okay,
have you
rip
thought
the
about
band-aid
that?"
off. Oh my gosh. Love it though.
And it takes a while before a new game comes out. But also, he's like, "Hey, you're really good at like
Mm-hmm.
breaking down what happens in shows, especially like funny story. He like had to go get something one evening. We were watching something, and he was like, "No, keep watching." And so he came back and he was like, "Okay, so what did I miss?" And I just like started telling him like, "Okay, so boom, so here's what happened." And he's like, why don't you make another channel where you break down stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure." Um,
Oh, I love that though.
so
He
that
sees the vision. He gets it.
he gets it. Actually he actually also was kind of the impetus of starting the Kingdom Hearts YouTube channel because
Oh.
so when we were dating, we, I of course was sharing with him the magic that was Kingdom Hearts and why like I
Mm-hmm.
loved it so much, and it was around the time that Kingdom Hearts 3 was about to come
Oh
out.
my god. Perfect time.
Um, right, so I kept talking about it. He's like, "Hey, I love you. Do you want to make a channel that maybe you could share this
Oh
with?"
no. He's like, so I'm one person.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
um, but yeah, no, he's like, as far as like, that might have been a question later, but spoiler alert, if you're wondering, if I do have any IRL support, like, yes, I definitely do. Like, he's
Oh,
been really good in that. So,
yeah.
but yeah, so that's why the new channel has started.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just something for me to do because I do like watching anime, but I like watching certain types of anime. I like, you know, certain storylines. So
Mm-hmm.
I think just sharing that has been really fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, it seems like you can like digest stories really well and almost break them down. Clearly, you can relay them. That's not an issue. Did you like go to school for I don't know, is it literature maybe? Does that sound right?
um, so I know it comes off that way, but no.
Oh
So
wow.
I went to school. I got my bachelor's in psychology.
Mm-hmm.
I got a mine
I'm seeing it now.
got a got a minor in well, I got two minors because I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
help myself. So I got a minor in neuroscience to understand science of how the brain works, but also foreign language.
Mm.
So I think part of that actually came from the foreign language psychology for sure, but also the foreign language part
Mm-hmm.
because the way that we're taught foreign languages is at least in undergrad, it was like really immersive, and you're learning about this whole different culture and why certain phrases are said, why there might not be a lot of words to express sadness, for example.
Oh yeah,
Some
right.
cultures. there aren't a lot of words to express
Yeah,
that.
English has like 20 million for
We
one thing.
we have so many.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I studied Arabic as my minor in
Oh
undergrad,
wow.
and then I got my master's in international relations because that was the bug that like just didn't go away.
Yeah.
So
Love that. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Well, I had a feeling that that had something to do with your streaming journey. Clearly, it had something to do with the husband, but I guess let's go back to the beginning. Did you always have like a dream to be on YouTube? Did you always want to be in this space? Let me know.
Nah.
I know. Break it down.
Nah, that was not that was never
Oh
like a
no way.
goal.
So it was just
That was
it was just the husband that planted the seed, really? Then.
it wasn't just him. I think it was just the way things lined up. He
Mm-hmm.
was a big part. And it's kind of like, well, when you're with a really good person, they help you see like the best
Right.
in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little bit of that. It was also I actually like kind of watching, analyzing different comedians and kind of like I don't know, that's like kind of the a niche hobby of mine of like no, I like studying comedians.
Yeah,
So
no, I
there's
get it actually. Like, I almost want to be like, so wait, what's your favorite? They're all kind of
right.
like problematic at some point, but they're like fun before that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So but there's this one comedian and he's still like great, so he
Hmm.
hasn't fallen off yet. Knock on
No,
wood.
not right. It's
Um
only a matter of time. It seems. It
but
seems.
yeah, so I came across him around 2018 and it I think he had a very different background than what you expect from a lot of comedians. So he he's a black man, grew up as a church kid, but also that was in or who he recognizes as his dad was in the
Uh
military.
huh.
So they traveled a little bit. But it's the way that he kind of took like first he was kind of like a church comedian, right? So
Right. Mm-hmm.
he would
Mm-hmm.
talk about like experiences in the black church, which was something like I heavily related to.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, finally, someone's actually like talking about it.
Yeah. You're
like,
like, oh yeah.
like, finally.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, so it wasn't just me. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how like kind of discovered him, and he just has like skyrocketed, and like I still follow him to this day. He's like grown into a great creator. So,
Yeah.
but that actually was kind of the first seed of like, wow, content creation looks fun. Like he made it look fun.
Yeah. Like it can
Um,
definitely be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just this regular dude who, he wasn't he would do comedian things, like performing stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't like do the traditional route of like going to New York and trying to make it there.
Yeah.
He Yeah. So his come up was unique, and he was, one of the not the first, but when the internet comedian was still a kind of growing thing,
Mm-hmm.
he was like one of the people who had made a mark in it. So, um, but yeah, he made it look fun, but also he was just this regular dude who had a 9 to 5. So it was like very relatable.
Relatable. Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that actually was the seed that got planted, and then I had just had to find out what I wanted to like talk about, I guess, on the
Yeah.
internet.
So why Kingdom Hearts? Of all
Because
things,
it's
you had all the animes as a choice before, but you started there, so why?
uh,
I mean, I guess did you grow
I
up playing the games?
I did grow up playing the
Yeah.
game. So I grew up playing the game,
Hmm.
but I had to take a break because my parents were not about to buy every system. Like
No, for
when
real.
Birth by Sleep and like
Right.
and Dream Drop Distance when they were coming out, I was yeah. So I got the first Kingdom Hearts game when I was 8, when it first came out and everything. And then I got up to Kingdom Hearts 2. I played through Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advance and got to Kingdom Hearts 2. Then I had to stop. So then when we knew that Kingdom Hearts 3 was a thing and was gonna be coming out, and I was an adult with adult money, I was like, oh, finally I
Literally.
could catch up.
That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, remixes, let's go. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I was able to finally catch up. And honestly, I didn't even know if I would still like the game at first, like,
Right.
before Kingdom Hearts came out. But as I played through all of them, I was just like, no, this is still solid. Um, so the reason I chose Kingdom Hearts was because, like, I really love talking about it. And like I said, my husband was like, you probably could make content. I was like, I feel like it's so saturated. Like,
Oh, I
there are
know
already
you,
people
man.
with like hundreds of thousands of subscribers talking about it. Nobody's gonna want to listen to me. Like, they have the yeah, I had to, like, force myself out of that mindset a bit. And um when the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer came out, I and, and so like, my husband already knew that it had happened. So basically, because we stay up all night and we
Oh,
watched it. So
yep, yep.
after I woke back up,
The like
um,
3, 4 a.m. night. I remember all of us were up way too fucking
yeah,
late. It was such an interesting time though. Like it's
it was,
iconic now.
yeah. So yeah, after waking back up and then talking to him about it, so he was like, "So
Please.
about that channel, like, you're gonna, please, like, this is the time." So that's how that came about.
Oh my gosh. And so streaming, was it the same thing? Or were you just like, oh, I guess I already have this stuff. I should just go live? Or how did you end up
No,
on Twitch?
streaming came before Kingdom Hearts YouTube, actually. So
Whoa. Okay, we're backwards.
yeah,
Take me back.
yeah. So streaming came about because, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, like, 2020 pandemic. At the time, well, we weren't married yet, but we weren't living together. We were doing long distance thing. Oof.
Oh
We were doing long
no.
distance, and I was in a place that I did not like. I wanted to move ASAP.
Yeah, yeah.
But bored, lonely after work, after all that, wasn't making friends with coworkers.
I know what you
um,
mean. You're like, get me out of here.
yeah. So that same comedian that I was watching
Hmm.
was at the time on this internet show called All Deaf.
Hmm.
Or channel called All Deaf. And so there were all these other creators that had Twitch channels, and they just created a lot of content,
Hmm.
and they are also gamers. So I was like, oh, some of them look really cool, let me, like, follow them. And then that's how I discovered Twitch. And I from a couple of those creators is how, one, I figured out, what streaming was, how it worked, how you interacted with chat and all that.
Mm.
But two, how I got into I'm still in that online community. I would, I'm gonna consider myself a founder.
Yeah, oh,
And
okay.
if anybody disagrees with that, I love y'all.
But you're wrong.
but, but yeah, we were this just group of streamers, mostly black, and we just,
Hmm.
like, loved gaming, loved anime, just loved being nerds, and wanted to, like, have this space where we could just chill and be ourselves, and, like, stream together sometimes. So that's how that started. Them, like, became, like, for real, IRL friends, and a couple of
Oh,
them
I love that.
even came to my wedding. So
Oh,
yeah,
whoa. Because y'all got
yeah,
married, I feel like I remember this, like only a few years ago, right? Was
yeah. It
it
was 2 years ago.
after Reconnect?
No, it was right before.
Okay, okay. I was like, I feel like it's somewhere in that bubble. But oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's so crazy because I feel like now, at this point, I feel like I've almost known you for a few years. Like
yeah,
distantly, but even I feel like after Reconnect, for anyone who doesn't know, actually, I met M for the first time at Reconnect, which is in 2023, I think.
yeah.
And my goodness, girly was so shy. And now,
I wish.
and I was like, man, go play games with this person over there for this split controller thing or whatever it was. Now we're actually post Reconnect 2.0 in Denver, and my God, you have like blossomed like a butterfly. You were like, I'm gonna go do my own thing. I got a ride already. I was like, wow, look at you.
It was surreal because like Reconnect, it was kind of weird, but also kind of, I guess, funny in an ironic way, because Reconnect wasn't the first time I was meeting people from online. I'd
Right.
already done that with
Clearly.
my
Dang.
previous group,
Right.
but I think there was this like sense of like, yeah, but are they gonna like me? Because I'm like, I don't know if I'm an invader in the Kingdom Hearts. I do love
Not an
Kingdom Hearts, I
invader.
swear.
Not an invader. You're part of this group.
It was a little bit imposter syndrome there for a second. So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no,
feel
that
like
was
that first one was really weird for a lot of people. The second one,
yeah,
everybody was like, we've been here. We know each other.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh. So streaming came first, and then Kingdom Hearts YouTube, and then where does Embassy Talks fall in?
NBC Talks basically falls in between streaming and Kingdom Hearts
Oh
YouTube.
my gosh. All
So
over the place.
so I was like, hey, I'm not getting the satisfaction I thought I would get from my
Oh.
master's degree at work.
Oh no.
And I was like, I want to start a podcast where I can flex it a little bit,
Ah.
because it was in like international relations. So I was
Oh
like,
right. Okay. I'm
yeah.
seeing it now.
So it's like, in a way, it's like I'm kind of a political junkie, but I'm more interested in like global affairs. I'm like really interested in, so I wanted to talk about it. And at first I was doing it by myself, and just talking about it.
Mm.
And then I like went to my first streaming group, well, my streaming group, we call
Mhm.
ourselves DNA 30, because we tend to be either really close to or over 30. But
Right. Love that age
so
range though.
so I went to them and I was like, "Hey, does anybody want to co-host with me on this podcast?" I
Mhm.
mean, because they've been like watching it, and they were like, and then when my current co-host was the one who spoke up in messaging, she was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And I was like, "Cool."
Heck
So
yeah.
that's how we got started.
Oh my gosh. So what was it like meeting them at first? You called them DNA 30?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So how'd y'all meet up? Did y'all also have like a Reconnect equivalent?
Oh, you mean like an IRL,
IRL,
like
yeah, yeah.
in real life? So we found out that we are either open to or already really liked Korean barbecue.
Okay. I love that.
And I think everybody, no, well, we've grown and expanded a bit.
Mhm.
So majority of people live in or around the well, I can say this, but in or around the Atlanta area. So,
Mhm.
um, we were all within driving distance, and we were like, "What, do we want to meet up?" And that's kind of how that started. It started off with like monthly Korean barbecue,
Oh my gosh, I love
hangout,
that. Um,
and then it wound up just being just going to see each other, hanging out. So,
Interesting. I don't think anyone actually knows this on the online space, but I used to listen to this podcast a long time ago, and their whole thing was talking to the demographic of around 30-year-olds, and they did this tour where they went across America and they skipped my city, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I guess they had skipped a bunch of cities, and they were like, look, y'all can do y'all's own thing and gather, like, create a Facebook group where it's y'all's local, like, they called it a chapter. And then y'all can do,
yeah,
like, monthly meetups, and whoever wants to, like, organize them can organize them. And for some reason, I was like, I got time. So I used to do those meetups. I used to organize those for people. But it was stuff like that. It was like either going out for food or drinks or a workout class or something else. But very interesting. I had no idea. So
yeah.
I'm guessing you made a lot of friends that way, and clearly they went to your wedding. So Struck gold
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh. Well, seems like you content create a lot. Is that like all of your free time?
No, I have, especially after getting married. I feel like if I were still single, it would take up a lot more because
Yeah.
when it's a habit of mine of like when I start something, I want to put 110% effort
Hmm.
in. Currently, that's not all I do. I watch anime not just for content, but just because I really like it.
Yeah.
Um, and like I've been touching grass a bit more actually. Like I still
Hmm.
post and stuff. Obviously, I still um stream fairly regularly and create content, but I am very much, I mean, for better or worse, in the content creation how to. I'm
Yeah.
very much a post and go type of person.
Oh, I love
So
that.
I will schedule an upload my video on the YouTube channel, and just check the analytics, make sure there are no uh comments that I just have to address or delete or
Oh my
whatever.
god,
And
right.
yeah, yeah, I'm just post and go at this point of like, okay, here it is. Which, if we're talking about how to succeed in content creation, is not the best way, but it does help my mental health quite a bit.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Um,
mental is better than, I don't know, numbers maybe. Um
yeah, but yeah, so
yeah.
very much pro touch grass.
Yeah, pro touch grass. That's a great that's a great way of putting it. I guess so, like if you had the option to content create as a full-time job and you were able to pay your bills that way, would you want that as a pro
Um,
touch grasser?
as a pro touch grasser, I think ideally, if I didn't have to worry about the realities of making money, absolutely, I could
Right.
like do content all day. I think if I'm being realistic, even if that opportunity were presented, and I'm being realistic about it, I would either have to be in a space where we don't have to worry about bills,
Right.
or um my content is so good that it's taking care of bills, just because like
Mm.
content creation has ebbs and flows, and there are like dry seasons
Mm.
basically, so your views might be lower,
Oh, right.
and
Mhm.
algorithm changes and all that. So just dealing with the realities of it, uh probably not full time. Like I would still want kind of some semblance of a part-time or 9 to 5 on the side to just make sure food is still on the table. But
Right.
in an ideal world where I didn't have to like worry about bills, and yeah, I probably would be
Yeah.
uh
Do you think you'd do
for
more
real full
than
time.
Kingdom Hearts and anime and embassy
Oh,
talks? Do you think there'd
absolutely.
be more? Oh
Absolutely.
my gosh, it's a wealth of knowledge in there. I love it though, cause like I don't know why my brain just doesn't work that way. So anytime I'm like talking to like a theory and lore person, I'm like, tell me how you do it, cause I don't know. It's not working for me up there. But that's why I have to watch y'all's videos. Oh my gosh. So, how do you say you're pro touch grass? Does it come easy for you to separate the online world and the offline world, or do you feel like you've made like I don't want to say made friends in the space, but like engraved yourself in the space enough for you to be like it's easy to like walk away because I'm not so like in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So even though I have like made friends in the space and like consider them like best friends,
Mm-hmm.
some of them best friends at this point, like I'm still very much like, I guess I'm just a realist. So in a
Mm-hmm.
sense, as far as online versus IRL, I'm realistic enough to be like, okay, but all of this can go like for the online space. Like I don't have to be
Yeah.
so ingrained. I don't have to like, nah, I'm very much like, no, like, yeah, y'all know me for Kingdom Hearts
Mm-hmm.
and anime. Y'all gonna know me for anime, and for
With soon.
podcasting soon. um, but as far as like, this is who I am, like, oh, there's a interesting article
Mm-hmm.
interview done with Mr. Beast, who's like
Mm-hmm.
biggest YouTube creator ever. I think it was like 6 months ago at this point, but he was just like, yeah, I don't know how to not be online, how to not be online, how to not be Mr. Beast. Like this is like kind of become my whole identity at this point because he's been
Right.
doing it since he's like 12, 13, and I was just like, that would never be me. No offense to him or not. Like
Right.
clearly it's working for him,
Yeah, yeah.
but not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe there's something like to that about um I'm sure it's easy to be able to walk away because you do have like a life outside of this. Like, you know, you have a husband and I'm sure you have the family and then you're on online slash IRL friends because they're so close.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure you have other friends that are not in this space, which is helpful. But I feel like maybe, and I'm just kind of thinking out loud here, really, but maybe it's like harder for people who start online with nothing else. You know what I mean? It's really easy for them to jump so deeply in, and because I feel like the people that I've talked to, at least so far, the ones that have an easier time walking away, have something to like go to. You know what I mean? Or like a support system or people who are in their lives IRL to like just break them away from that. Like it's always a thing that they do for
Yeah.
fun and it's there, but
Yeah.
it's not like everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think like having something that grounds you outside of online
Mm.
because as we see not just with Kingdom Hearts, but as we see just broadly online, like some shit can go away pretty quickly, or people will decide
Right.
to not like you anymore, whether the reasons are valid or invalid. Like
Right.
that could happen. So it's not one of those things that is guaranteed. I mean, if you want to get philosophical, nothing in life is
No, go
guaranteed.
ahead.
But
Yeah.
there, but there are things like kind of in the IRL sphere that does ground you. Like you
Mm.
have people on the outside who you talk to every day. Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's one of the funniest things to me about like being a content creator in online life.
Yeah.
It's like especially with discourse. Then we can keep it to Kingdom Hearts because, yeah, but we can keep it to
There's
Kingdom
so
Hearts. But
much
just
discourse
like
that we could talk about.
it's, but there's just so
Yeah.
much discourse, and
Right.
especially like when people like really like feel a way about
I
something.
know.
Like if you talk about the shipping of the characters or
Yeah.
lately does Cure go on X or
Oh
Triangle
my
or
gosh, it's always something, and the crazy part is it's always like loops back around. I swear, every six
yeah.
months it's like, oh, we're talking about this again.
Yeah, here we go again.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of funny, like I guess in my view, because I guess I like observing people,
Mm.
since I majored in it.
I do
But
too. I didn't, but
yeah,
I enjoy observing people. What do you think this
yeah,
is?
right.
You're outing me.
So
Wait.
yeah, but just like observing people is just like very interesting to
Hmm.
watch. So in that sense, I was like, I've never I don't get into the discourse side of it.
Right.
One, because I'm busy and I feel like it. Two, I don't want to waste my energy.
Right.
Like, but don't get me wrong. Like, I will sit back and scroll
Right.
and like
Judging.
watch all the tea. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so true. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I've never seen her post anything like in regards to any of those things, which is kind of nice because you're just like, I'm looking, but
right,
what are y'all doing over there? Oh my
it's like
gosh.
it's not that I don't have opinions about certain
Yeah,
stuff. I do.
yeah,
But
of course.
more so. Either somebody has already said it and I'll just kind of quietly like it, or
Right.
it's just one of those things of like, I mean, my opinion is this, but whatever. I mean, y'all feel how you
Yeah,
feel. Yeah.
yeah. I feel you there. Sometimes it's the same for me. I'm like, I just don't get it, and then I'm like, anyway. Um, but sometimes, no, I'm kidding. uh, well, changing directions a little bit. Do you have any inspirations or creators that you looked up to either in the beginning or even still now, in the space online or even IRL that made you create?
Uh, so going back
Mm-hmm.
to the comedian
Mm-hmm.
that I still watch to this day. So
Yeah.
he's definitely one. His online handle is Kev on stage. So honestly, like that was like the first inspiration of like content creation that I saw him because he was like a regular dude,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, wow, you're walking on red carpets now. You're like getting interviews at on these morning shows and radio shows, and it's like seeing that growth and seeing how he just like kept working within his niche. He was really good at relating, well, talking about his experience like growing up churchy, and then relating to people within that sphere, but also broadening out and like, and I think like I kind of get to see him learn in real time, but not in a dumpster fire way, but in a
Right.
this is really valuable way.
Yeah.
Um, of like, okay, so this is how you can be more open with your audience, but not tell too much, because you still want to keep stuff private.
Right. Uh
Um,
huh.
so just like stuff like that, like that. He's kind of like my guiding star of like, well, if I really want to make it full time, like that's
Oh, I
kind of
love
the
that.
trajectory I would want.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Kingdom Hearts space, uh, specifically, it's a lot of creators.
I know.
That is so many. So I'm not gonna name any because I don't want to. I don't want to
Oh.
wind up naming some and not naming others.
Yeah.
If y'all know, you know. I usually will be in like leaving a comment on your Twitter or liking your stuff. Like y'all know
Yeah.
who you are. Um, but there's so many creators who like, especially in the theory and lore space, where somebody will say, "Well, this is what I think this actually meant, going like to move the story forward," and it's like, wow, but that's actually good. I like the way you think.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like look for people to um be inspired by. I'm still looking to this day. Me and my husband just found her channel one day,
Yeah.
and the way she was reviewing movies, and reality shows and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it was just kind of an inspiration. As I was like creating like the new channel, the anime review channel, I was like, wow, I hope that I'm inspired by her. I hope that I can like reach my community the way she's reaching hers. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'm constantly finding people who are like, "Oh, I like how you do that."
Yeah. What's their name? It doesn't have to be Kingdom Hearts related to be on the pod.
Oh yeah. So the one I was just talking about, her name is Kenny JD.
Mm-hmm.
Um and she tends to, well, she previously had a segment called like Bad Movies and a Beat, where she watched like like bad, objectively bad movies
Yeah.
while putting the makeup on. She's also like
Oh,
a
love that.
makeup inspiration for me.
Hell
Um
yeah.
but yeah, and she's like hilarious. I love watching her
Yeah.
content. And I've been going back to like some of her old content. It's like, this is really good.
Yeah.
So, and I already mentioned Kev on stage. So there's this other comedian who, he's been in the game for a minute, but he's considered young still.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Johnson. The way he's been like reaching his audience, he'll take a very nuanced topic and he'll put the long form of it on his YouTube page, but he'll well, I like to call it TikTokify it,
Oh my god,
and cut it
yeah.
up into
Yeah.
segments so that it'll reach different people. So they'll finally be like, "Do you have a full version of this?" And then they'll just go to his page
Oh,
and watch it. But I like the way
I
he
love that.
takes, yeah, takes this topic. Usually it's controversial, or usually it's like something in the news, so it's
Right.
controversial.
Well,
um,
that's perfect for you.
right?
You're like, I'm in.
Um, yeah, exactly. So he finds a way to break it down, but still make it relatable and still make it funny.
Yeah.
And very like, uh, I guess I appreciate like, especially on the comedian side, comedians who find a way to still make people laugh, but like are brilliant and like smart about it, not just going for the shock humor.
I know. I think I know what you mean. Like I went to a comedy show maybe a month ago, and the person was like testing out their jokes, which I get that, but they were
Yeah.
going for really low hanging fruit, and
Yeah, yeah.
I personally love when a comedian can make politics, which is so divisive, something
Right.
funny and kind of like unify a room, even if you're on two totally different opposite like sides of it. And I
Yeah.
think that's like the smart side of it. And
Yeah.
also, and I know comedians say this a lot, like, well, we have to laugh at it because what else are we gonna do? Like, it's gonna drive us nuts.
Right,
But
right,
whenever
right.
they do it in a smart way, it almost like makes you think about it in a different scope, depending on what it is.
Yes.
And I love that. I don't know if that's how you meant
Yes.
it, but
Oh no, that's pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what draws me in, if like, especially for a good show or just like a good um video that they might have is, yeah, or yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of a little bit, do you feel like with any of your content, whether it be Embassy Talks or Key Takeaways or the stream or YouTube, Kingdom Hearts YouTube, do you feel like you have a mission statement or a why that is goes across all of those
Um
or multiple?
I I guess I have, well, I have two main ones.
Hmm.
So the first one is kind of what I had started with, and it's kind of been kind of my guiding light, no pun intended.
Oh
But
no.
kind of my guiding light. But it's that I want people to enjoy my content, but hopefully they come away like learning something.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Um, and I do have a short story about that
Oh
too.
my god, give me.
Okay, okay, little bit of tea time. So when we were still fairly early-ish finding our footing within the DNA 30 group, like there was this person who was like kind of like giving people their flowers and being like, "Oh, but your stream's really good because you do this and this, and your stream's really good because you do this and this," and like it. I wasn't necessarily looking for it, but at the same time, I was just like, "So what about
What about me?
me?" We're all in this close held
Right.
group. It was like we can be open, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you're like really wholesome and have a cute face," and I'm like, "Is that what?"
Is that what I'm known for? You're like, I
Like,
swear I have a brain. Oh my gosh.
thank you, but
Right.
also like,
I
is that
know.
all you see?
I
So,
know. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I think to kind of circle back, that's
Yeah.
kind of the thing. I want it to be more than that, Like, I
Yeah.
mean, nothing wrong with a cute face.
No, but I get
Um,
it. Like, you're like, okay.
yeah. Yeah, but I want people to like know more than that,
Yeah.
So I wanted at least people to come away with like, man, I never thought about that before.
Mhm.
Man, she really knows her stuff about
Mhm.
whatever I was talking about. So yeah, so that's been the thing that's been driving me since I started. And then the second thing that I've come up with actually like really recently is that at this point, I think relatability is very important and also like something people are looking for.
Mhm.
Um, you know, uh, during these gestures at everything.
Yeah, literally.
So, um, but yeah, a little bit of relatability. So I've actually changed my tagline, I guess you call it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna change it on all of my socials, but I changed it on my TikTok for sure. It's like I'm just a regular woman who yaps about Kingdom Hearts and anime.
Mhm.
And maybe a little bit of news and politics in between, but
Yeah.
that's probably gonna be too long for most of the character limits. So it's gonna be
But
Kingdom Hearts and
yeah.
anime over here.
Yeah.
Um, but just to give off, it's like, no, I'm a regular person. Like, I love Kingdom Hearts. I love anime. I'm gonna yap about it,
Mhm.
unapologetically at this point. So yeah,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's kind of like the point here a little bit is to break down the personas that everybody has as like a presenting content creator or whoever, and really get to know like the people. And I got a message from somebody we both are friends with, and she was like, well, I'm really invested. I like to know these people now as humans instead of like the content creators that they are. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yes, that's the point. And again, like I was telling M before this recording, um, I am selfishly showing off people that I really enjoy. M is one of those people. You should definitely go check out one of the many platforms that she creates on. But oh my god, it's been so fun, and I'm even learning so much about y'all, in doing this, because I feel like I've talked to y'all in passing or at an event or something, and we never get to these details. You know what I mean? So, in your opinion, what is the best and worst thing about being online?
Um, best thing about being online, best thing about being online is kind of you have the space where you meet people you never would have probably met before. You see ideas that you know you haven't really considered. You see like different perspectives. So you tend to like have a space where you can, if you take the opportunity, you can learn a lot. Um, and I think that that's a good thing about being online and the internet in general. Is like it's brought us closer, like in a global sense. Um, the worst thing is the people.
It's always that. It's always the people. When I mean,
It's
it's
the
true.
people.
Yeah. It's almost like,
It's
okay,
kind of,
not all of us need access to the internet.
yeah. So it's that thing of like, man, like I wasn't around people like this, like
Right.
growing up, or like we might have been in different classes, or going to different schools, and now I understand why. So,
Right.
it's yeah, humanity,
Right.
is
Something,
very much
something
a,
humanity.
yeah, humanity is like a double-edged sword or something to that effect.
Right. Oh my gosh. Um, I know we kind of talked about it earlier, but like, do you feel like any of the content creators, or I guess just anyone that you've met online, has really changed your perspective on being on the internet? You're like, no, there's actually so much good here.
People, definitely the people who I've met, gotten close
Mm,
to, and a lot of whom I got to meet, IRL.
yeah.
They they've kind of demystified the internet for me, because like growing
Mm.
up, like aging myself a bit here. Growing up, I mean we knew about the internet, but first it was dial up, so wasn't really a lot going on. And then
Yeah.
Wi-Fi came about, and then
Right.
YouTube came about, and like we kind of came up in this age of like, well, you gotta be safe online. It might be,
Right.
which is true. I am definitely pro like online safety and all that,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
um, there's kind of this mystery to the internet that I didn't even realize I had till like I really became a content creator.
Right.
But kind of like meeting people, getting to talk to people online, seeing how other creators who have taken kind of advantage of the internet, and use the internet to project themselves to like greater things, basically,
Yeah.
and into like making a full-time career out of content creation. That has sort of demystified what I thought the online space was. It wasn't as scary. Well, if you
Mm.
don't look too far into some dark corners, it's not scary.
Right.
Um, but generally, it's not that scary of a place. You can like again, you can like meet some of your best friends there. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I would say just people I've gotten close to through the space. Fun fact,
Mhm.
it's considered online, but it's not online. But my husband and I actually met through Bumble, so
Oh, I
yeah.
love that. I was gonna ask, and then I was like, maybe this is nowhere on my question sheet, but I'm just I'm just curious. Oh my gosh, I love that. And of course it'd be Bumble because why not?
Of course.
Because the other gaps. I mean, let's just be honest. uh, well, pivoting a bit. Um, we talked about other people. We talked about best and worst of being online, meeting people through there. Now let's bring it back to you. What is your biggest self critique, whether it be content creation or IRL? You don't have to share IRL if you don't want to, but
Yeah. And I, it's such a resume job application answer, but it's very true of me. I'm a perfectionist.
okay.
I got perfectionism pretty bad. So that has affected, I would say that's affected my online more than IRL, because at this point in IRL, and maybe it's because I'm 30 plus now,
Mm-hmm.
but at this point in IRL, I'm just like, whatever, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Online though, I'm getting to that point. I'm getting really close to that point. Not in a bad way, but I'm getting really close to that point, and like, y'all just gonna take what I push out, and y'all gonna
I
like it or not.
love it. I love that.
But starting out, I was not that way.
I I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen this like real time. I remember you streaming like constantly and cranking out the videos, and I feel like I've seen it dial back, but not in a bad way. More like she's living her life, and I love that. You know.
yeah, yeah. No, I used to feel so bad. Like, I gotta stick to the schedule. I
Mhm.
gotta make this stream no matter what. And
Mhm.
starting out, the only reason I would cancel is like, if I was legitimately sick, usually with
Right.
migraine. I was just legitimately sick. I was like, I can't do it.
Mhm.
But now I'm just like this week, in my Discord, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I said that before looking at my schedule. I was like, oh, right.
I know what you mean
So I'll catch y'all
exactly.
next week.
No, yeah. I feel like I used to tell myself when I was streaming, I was like, okay, anything could happen. I could get sick at any moment. So any chance that I am available, I have to. And
Right.
then sometimes, yeah, I would draft up the schedule and then be like, oh, I didn't even look at my personal calendar or my work calendar or anything. And then I'd be like, oops.
Yeah.
So I hear you there completely.
Yes.
We'll love to hear that. I feel like a lot, maybe not everyone suffers from a little bit of perfectionism, but um, if we're looking at just a couple of your YouTube channels, like they are perfect on their own. So props to you there.
Ah.
Those
Thank you.
thumbnails go crazy.
Thank you. I am trying to be more receiving of
Compliments.
compliments on my work,
Yeah.
because
You're deserving, I promise. Um, so speaking of like, what are you the most proud of? It could be the podcast, it could be anything offline, it could be YouTube, whatever. What are you most proud of?
um I think I'm proud of uh definitely the Kingdom Hearts YouTube channel. I am really proud of like being able to make not just one series, but like multiple series that people can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Um Starting a new series. Well, I've started a new series, but um being able to kind of adapt and like see where, I mean, not just because I like to clock T and be nosy, but I do look at discourse as also like a research tool of like, so
Yeah.
what are people really
Reacting to.
wanting to, yeah, so and kind of adapting that way of like, so a lot of people are talking about this, maybe I can spin it in some way on my next video. Maybe people are looking for a certain element that they're not getting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of proud of just being able to continue to adapt. Even with the format of it, I've gone from short 3-4 minute videos when I first started to my last video, long form video was over 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So um just talking about like one topic. So just being able to just have that adaptability and not being afraid of stepping back and seeing, okay, what else can I change, and still keeping the channel pretty fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I think IRL. I guess with online IRL,
Right.
um, it's kind of being able to find that balance and being like, even if online doesn't work out, I still hope it does. I would love to like be one of those YouTubers who's like not only partnered but having all these brand deals. That would be great. But even if I never get to it, I can still be like, well, this number of people seem to like it, so that's
Yeah.
something. But finding that balance of like not having content creation or YouTube being my source of happiness.
Yeah.
um I hate, don't get me wrong, I hate a mean comment, I hate it.
I hate it.
But it's not gonna ruin my day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more so like that's annoying, but I can like still be able to move on and be like, well, fine, then I'm just gonna be like on another platform that
Right. I'll do
I
my
like,
own
and just,
thing.
yeah, I'll just scroll
Basically.
or something today, or just log
Yeah.
off, or but yeah, just
Right.
finding that balance overall, not you know neglect is a strong word, but I don't want to use it, but just not putting anything in real life to the wayside like that.
Right.
Um, to have it all, because people ask like, can you have it all? I think that is a very tricky question. I think that like,
You mean as far as
um,
like being popular on all different platforms, or?
yeah, being popular on all different platforms, but still having an active home life.
Oh yeah.
If you're
Yeah, that I guess.
partnered, being an active partner and all that.
Right. I guess that's a good question. Like, even if you do make it online, like, is what are you sacrificing almost? And do you
Right,
have to? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
because that's a good one. That might be a new question. Up for the
Yeah.
pod.
So I'm very much like, at this point, it's like, personally, I'm not gonna sacrifice my marriage for this.
Right. Please don't.
So yeah, no. But just like, I don't know if you can have it all in that sense. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can be at Mr. Beast levels, and still be maybe an active partner, active parent,
Mm.
whatever your life is, IRL. But I think you can find that balance and happiness on both online and IRL, like as a creator. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's such an interesting point of view because I feel like I've seen some creators, and this is like maybe like years ago, but start off as like young adults and then get married and then possibly have kids, and then now their kids are a part of it. And it's almost like,
yeah,
well, okay, do you separate those? And like,
right,
because it's almost like they're getting two birds, one stone, but you're not really giving all that much
yeah,
either way. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
it's almost like you're sacrificing so much just to do both.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You flipped a lot of these things on their on its head for me, and I'm like, damn, do I need to add? What do you think is success as far as content creation to the list, and also do you feel like you have to sacrifice anything? That'd be interesting. Look at you.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, look at you.
I have
Um,
so many ideas. Idea.
yeah, no, that's great. I love that. I love having conversations like this. So I mean, also guilty pleasure of why this is happening. Because yeah, like I said, like we can talk games all day, all the time, online, on Twitch, on YouTube, whatever, but we just don't get all of this. And I feel like this is important. And lets us get to know you. Lets us know like what else is important to you. I would have had no idea you were into comedy like that. Like no idea. And I guess I could have put together the politics stuff because of embassy talks, but my gosh, I would have never I would have never known. Oh my
No,
gosh.
I am. Let my husband tell it. I'm downright silly.
And you know what? I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, those are all my questions that I had for you today. Outside of this next one, I guess. What's next for you?
What's next?
Is there anything you're excited for in gaming, offline, perhaps in real life?
I am excited. This is more so offline, but I guess once it releases, I'll stream. Maybe, maybe I'll put a maybe on that.
Right, we'll
But
see.
no, yeah. I will say like it was exciting watching the Nintendo Direct
uh,
the other day and seeing these nice HD 2D releases from Square. I'm just
yeah.
like, I'm so excited for like Octopath Traveler, the new one, and now I'm like seriously considering getting the Switch 2 because of Elliot, and yeah, I'm, but content creation wise, I'm
Mm,
still working, busy on new projects. So
right.
as we're talking, I'm about to get off here and finish scripting for my
Love it.
releases this week. So but yeah, I'm more so excited to really kind of take the reins and really challenge myself and see especially the new channel key takeaways. I'm really hoping that becomes something that people enjoy and kind of get something different out of, because people can like we can talk about anime all day. I think it if I can offer that fresh perspective that I've been able to offer in theory and lore in the Kingdom Hearts space
Mm-hmm.
with but for anime, then I would be really happy
Yeah.
in the coming years, because and I think that's why I chose like anime and
Mm-hmm.
maybe like broaden it out a bit, because but anime for now, but because I can always find an anime that maybe either an old anime, like I did cover an older anime
Mm-hmm.
some weeks ago, or like something new or something that is um like about to come out. So like I'll always have something, well, in the foreseeable future I'll always have
No, yeah,
something
there's no
to cover in that space.
that's like a never-ending well of possibilities, really.
Yeah.
And you can always pull
So
from random things or talk
yeah.
about common themes and things like that. I'm sure you
Yeah.
know. Trust me. My brain doesn't work that way. Yours does. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for sharing and being on the pod, M. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, everyone, this has been Empowered Muse. Please check out M over on YouTube, on Key Takeaways, the Kingdom Hearts channel, Empowered Muse, and as well as Embassy Talks over on her Twitch channel. And follow for more Kingdom Hearts coverage and anime and analysis.
Yeah.
And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.